I would like to welcome you all in my channel, that is Fundamental Pharmacy. And today's video is mainly focusing on how to prepare for NIPER, Drug Inspector and Government Pharmacist exam. So I am Sachin Jadhav welcoming you all, and I would like to request one thing, that everyone should must watch this video until the end so that you will get each and everything to be cleared. Okay, so shall we start the video? In the last video we have already discussed about the how to prepare for GPAT. In that continuation of that video, I am going to present this video, that is how to prepare for NIPER, Drug Inspector and Government Pharmacist exams. Okay, so let's start. So first one is introduction. What is NIPER actually? So NIPER is nothing but the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Research. Okay, it is a long form of NIPER, and every year there is a exam called as NIPER that is conducted every year for the admission of your Master of Science, that is MS Pharma. Then M Pharma is there also. Then M Tech and then MBA. So NIPER is for MS Pharma, M Pharma, MTA, M Tech, MBA, and also it is for PhD. Okay, so when the application are normally are there for NIPER exam. So application forms are usually announced in the month of March, April of every year. Exam is scheduled in the June or May or June, depending upon the situation. Because everyone know that today in India the situation is very worst because of coronavirus, and therefore NIPER exam is delayed. Okay, everyone has the details about the date of NIPER exam, I think so. Okay, so let's move on next point. So what are the different NIPER institutes that are present? Okay, so first one is NIPER Mohali is there. NIPER Mohali or NIPER SAS Nagar. Then NIPER Ahmedabad is there. Then NIPER Hyderabad is there. Then NIPER Guwahati is there. NIPER Kolkata is there. NIPER Raebareli is there. NIPER Hajipur is there. 8 institutes are there, different NIPER colleges. 8 NIPER colleges are there. Okay, so your preference should be in this sequence only. Your first preference should be NIPER Mohali, second should be Ahmedabad, third should be Hyderabad, your fourth preference should be Guwahati, fifth preference Kolkata, sixth one is Raebareli, and last one is Hajipur. Okay, so these are the different NIPER institutes. Okay, so next we will see. Next, in the next slide we will see what is the exam pattern for NIPER and what is the syllabus for NIPER. Okay, so exam pattern and syllabus for the NIPER. So NIPER is a online exam. Everyone knows that NIPER is an online exam. It is a computer based test, COT. Okay, computer based test. It is an online exam of 2 hours which consists of 200 MCQs. Okay, and there is a 25% negative marking. Each MCQ will carry 2 marks, and each wrong answer there is a 25% negative marking. Okay, means if you got one question correct, you will be awarded with 2 marks, and if you given a wrong answer of one question, your zero point 0.5 marks will be deducted. Okay, so it is the what will be the level of questions in the NIPER. So level of questions will be, obviously they are going to ask you questions from your BPharm syllabus. Okay, they can ask anything from your BPharm syllabus. The level of questions will be B Pharma, MSc relevant field. There also NIPER also offers the MSc in organic chemistry, etc. Different microbiology is there, biotechnology is there. So they have also included MSc and relevant field. Okay, so level of questions will be BPharm, MSc relevant field. Then a few questions will be there from general aptitude, general knowledge and aptitude. Okay, so next point is how to study, how you have to study for NIPER. So for NIPER we have divided the subject into 2 parts. That is, first one is major subject, first one is a minor subject, and second one is a major subject. So what are the minor subjects? Your subjects like organic chemistry, biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, physical pharmacy, pharmaceutical engineering, microbiology, jurisprudence, and biotechnology. These are the minor subjects. Okay. And what are the major subjects? The major subjects like industrial pharmacy, biopharmaceutics, medicinal chemistry, analysis, then your pharmacology, pharmacognosy. These are the major subjects. So we will discuss one by one. First of all, we will discuss about the minor subjects. Okay, for the NIPER, organic chemistry is very important. Underline this sentence: organic chemistry is important for NIPER. So they will ask, what will they ask from organic chemistry? Either they will ask about SN1 SN2 reaction, or they will ask about the reaction intermediate, different types of reaction intermediates like carbon ion, then carbocation, free radical, their mechanism, their stability. If there is a substitution of electron donating group, what will happen to the stability? If there is a substitution of electron withdrawing group, what will happen to the stability? They will ask the question like this. Then they can ask question from stereochemistry. They can ask about the stereoisomers. They can give you example like assign RNS configuration or ENZ configuration. Then they can ask questions from heterocyclic chemistry, synthesis reaction, their stability, acidity, basicity, etc. They can ask questions from whether they can ask question from the configuration of N-butane, configuration of cyclohexanes, configuration of monosubstituted, disubstituted cyclohexane, etc., etc. Which one is stable, chair form, board form, etc. They can ask the questions from chemistry like this, and also they can ask the question from rearrangement reaction. They will give one reaction, and you have to identify that, or they can ask the intermediate. Okay. So then next is biochemistry. So every biomolecules like carbohydrate, protein, lipids, amino acids, then your nucleic acid. You have to read each and everything about biochemistry, particularly the values, the irreversible steps in metabolism, then metabolic defect, then amino acid classification, amino acid defect of metabolism of amino acids, protein deficiency disorders, etc. Then steps involved in the replication, transcription, translation, enzymes responsible for it, particularly the ELISA test, etc., etc. Then then your chemical test about the amino acid, then your chemical test of lipids, carbohydrate. So they can ask such points from biochemistry. And next subject, anatomy physiology. So in case of anatomy physiology, they can ask you about each and every system. They can ask anything from the system, but more they will ask the values. For example, hemoglobin value is there, tidal volume, then your cardiac cycle, then basic definition they will ask. Okay. In case of physical pharmacy, you have to read rheology, chemical kinetics, micromeritics, surface tension, interfacial phenomena. They can ask any question from this subject. Okay. These chapters are particularly important. Then in case of pharmaceutical engineering, everything is important. Your size reduction, size separation, drying, crystallization, evaporation, then your material construction, etc., etc. So they can ask question from these chapters. In case of microbiology, the most important chapter is sterilization. Every year they used to ask the question from sterilization chapter. Okay. Then your immunity, different types of immunity, classification of bacteria, bacterial life cycle, stages of bacterial growth, then culture media, then microbial assay of antibiotics. So in case of microbiology, they can ask this point, question from this point. So next one is jurisprudence. They can ask anything from jurisprudence. You have to read thoroughly the Drug and Cosmetic Act, then your every act like Pharmacy Act, Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, then your Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, etc. They can ask anything from jurisprudence. Biotechnology is particularly important for NIPER because NIPER consists of one stream. They used to give MTech in biotechnology, so that's why they are asking more questions from biotechnology. So biotechnology particularly is important. So what is important in biotechnology? So first one is your plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture, different types of tissue culture, then plant hormones, etc. Plant diseases. Okay, plant hormones, plant diseases. Then your different type of cultures. Okay, what is a meristem culture? Virus-free plants that is used for production of virus-free plant. So meristem culture, tissue, then ovary culture, then anther culture, leaf culture. They can ask anything from this. Then they can ask particularly from callus culture, callus growth. Which one is responsible for growth of shoot? Which hormone is responsible for growth of root, etc., etc. So it is about the all minor subject. Major subject like industrial pharmacy, I would like to recommend only two books for industrial pharmacy. You have to reach each and every line from Lackman, and you have to reach each and every line from Remington Pharmaceutical Sciences. That's all. In case of medicinal chemistry, read whatever you have already read for your GPAT exam. That is the same. They can ask the questions like GPAT. Then pharmacology, they can ask as like GPAT. Whatever you have completed for the GPAT, you have to read that. Okay. In case of pharmacognosy is important for NIPER. You see, in the last 2 years, in the GPAT, they are not asking about more questions for pharmacognosy. But in case of NIPER, pharmacognosy is important because they offer the MS in natural products. Okay, so pharmacognosy is important. उसमें if you don't know what to read in pharmacognosy, you can read from my notes. That's it. My notes will cover each and everything about the pharmacognosy. Okay, so this is about the major subjects. So next point is, what are the other important points? So other important points for NIPER exam, for example, there will be a few questions from current affair that is mostly related with our pharma field. That means pharmacy current affairs, like different Nobel prizes, previous year's Nobel prizes. Then what is the recent development about the new vaccine? For example, last year there was a there was a development of malarial vaccine. They can ask question from this. Then there were last year Nobel prizes. They can ask question from this. Then recently approved US FDA drug and their condition. If anything is approved for any element, they can ask question from this. Then next is, the few questions will be from your NIPER thrust area of research. Like, so NIPER thrust area means, see, NIPER institutes, they used to conduct a research. They used to have a proper research. They used to have proper research on various fields. Like for example, they will have research on anti-tubercular drugs. They will have research on anti-leishmaniasis drug. They will have research on anti-parasitic drugs. They will have research on formulation development of liposome, nanocrystals, etc., novel drug delivery system, etc. So questions will be from this. Obviously they are going to ask the question from this. Okay, so next important point is, what is important? See, in case of your GPAT, only qualification is also sufficient if you want to get the admission and if you get the stipend also. But in case of NIPER, qualification is not important. Remember one thing: in case of NIPER, your qualification doesn't matter. What matters is your rank. Okay, so in case of NIPER, your rank is important because there are only 900 seats available in various institutes of NIPER. So if you want to get admitted in NIPER, you must have rank below 900. And if you want to get admitted in top NIPER colleges, then you must have rank below 500. Okay, so NIPER preference, what should be your NIPER preference? So first you have to prefer NIPER Mohali. First preference should be NIPER Mohali. Second preference should be your NIPER Ahmedabad. Third preference should be your NIPER Hyderabad. And fourth preference should be your NIPER Guwahati. Then you can go NIPER Kolkata, NIPER Raebareli, NIPER Hajipur. But actually no one prepares sniper Hajipur, sniper Raebareli. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so next one is your how to prepare for drug inspector exam. Most of the students have called me, they are asking about how, sir please make a video on drug inspector pharmacist. So for them, how to prepare for drug inspector. So first of all, you should know what is the eligibility criteria for drug inspector. So what is the eligibility criteria? So it is a bachelor of pharmacy plus 18-month experience in the parentals. Okay, bachelor of pharmacy plus 18-month experience in the parental or testing of schedule CC1 drug. Okay, this is the criteria. See, there are two types of vacancies. The first one is central government vacancy, then second one is a state government vacancy, and the experience depends on the type of vacancy is there. Some state will not ask you the about the experience, but if you want to give central government exam, then you will have to then you must have the experience as per my knowledge. But it varies with the states. Some state will require experience, some state will not require experience. For example, in 2018 there was an exam of drug control officer from Rajasthan, and they were not asked any experience. But in last year there was a drug inspector post in Telangana, they was asking about the experience. And in last year also there was a vacancies of central government, they also were asking the experience. So it depends. Okay, then how to study, what is the pattern of paper? So there are two parts of paper. Okay, there are two parts of your drug inspector paper. First one is a technical part, which will cover all BPharm syllabus, all BPharm subject and their syllabus. Then second one is a non-technical part, which consists of general knowledge, reasoning, aptitude and language. Okay, so first part, your all BPharm graduation syllabus is there. All subject like zotics, pharmacology, chemistry and all other minor subjects like biochemistry, anatomy, physiology, microbiology, they can ask any question from this. And in case of non-technical, you will have questions from general knowledge, reasoning, aptitude, history or language. It also depends on the whether it is central government vacancy or state government vacancy. If it is a central government vacancy, they will ask the questions, history questions like that are applicable for central government all over India. If it is a state vacancy, they will ask particularly about state only. Okay, here you should remember one thing, everyone has sound knowledge of technical part, but most of the student lacks in non-technical part, knowledge of non-technical part, and the non-technical part is going to decide your seat, because everyone is going to get around 80% marks in technical part, but their marks goes down in the non-technical part. That's why you must remember, you have to study about both technical as well as non-technical part. Okay, so next is how to prepare for government pharmacist. Next one is how to prepare for government pharmacist and what is the eligibility criteria for government pharmacist. See, there are different types of vacancies are there. Some are ESIC, Employee State Insurance Corporation, then AIMS, then Railway, then Municipal Corporation, then National Health Rural Mission, then BSF Sipai Pharmacist, then there are lot of vacancies of government pharmacists. So everyone must try for it. Okay, so this is what is the eligibility criteria, okay, for government pharmacist. So minimum qualification should be your diploma. Pharmacist is, you must have government pharmacist is, you must have diploma pharmacy plus you must be a registered pharmacist. Okay, if you have post graduation, like if you have BPharm, MPharm, it's okay, no problem, you can give exam. Whether even nowadays some PhD students or PhD holders are also giving the exam of government pharmacist, because nowadays people are not getting the job, so they are seeking the more stable job. That's why even PhD people are trying for government pharmacist, even it is a class C post. Okay, so what is the pattern of exam, what is the pattern of paper? There are two parts of paper, same in the same manner as we have discussed previously. That is a technical part. First part is a technical part, second part is a non-technical part. Technical part, in the technical part, that will consist of all syllabus of diploma pharmacy, and might be uh, some some advanced level of diploma pharmacy, or they can ask question from B pharmacy, because they know that everyone is attempting the exam. They know that not only diploma students are applying for pharmacy, even bachelor students, master students, even PhD holders are applying for government pharmacies. So they have increased the standard of paper. They have increased the standard of paper. So you must be careful about the preparing all the subject diploma syllabus, like pharmaceutics 1, pharmaceutics 2, then your biochemistry, hospital pharmacy, drugstore business management, then pharmacognosy is there, then your inorganic chemistry is there, then chemistry, pharmaceutical chemistry is there, then main is pharmacology is there, main anatomy physiology pharmacology is the main. Okay, so they can ask question from this subject. And as a pharmacist job is in the uh, hospital, so they will ask more question about the inventory control, hospital waste management, hospital inventory management. Okay, so you must be careful about that. So they will, you can refer previous paper, previous 2 3 years paper, you will get an idea what to read. Okay, then in case of non-technical portion, you will have general knowledge, reasoning, aptitude, history and language. If it is a central government vacancy, they will ask general knowledge of all over India, and if it is a state vacancy, they can ask general knowledge about the state. Okay, and remember, everyone has sound knowledge of technical part, but a student will lack in the non-technical part. So you must be prepared for non-technical part also, because non-technical part is going to decide your seat. Most of the student will cover 80-90% of technical portion, but they will not as much as good in non-technical part. So no, you must exercise your effort on non-technical part also. Okay, so this was the overview of how to prepare for government pharmacist. Hope you have liked it. So I would like to thank you all participants and all viewers for watching this video. And these are our two recently published book, which will be available in the probably in the first or second week of June. So those who are preparing for GPAT, NIPER, drug inspector, pharmacist, they can order these books. First one is our fundamentals of GPAT, which consists of chapter wise notes and MCQs. Okay, then this GPAT Cracker and Achiever is very famous for GPAT and other exams already. So these books will be available on Amazon, Flipkart, as well as you can order from directly from me with some discount. Okay, so that will be available in the first or second week of June. So thank you for watching. And if you want to know how I have prepared this presentation, because this is not a normal presentation. You see, this is not normal presentation. This is called as zooming effect, and it is prepared using uh, prezi.com. There is one website known as prezi.com, and you can go. You have to create an account on prezi.com. Then you can create your slides like this. Zooming effect will be there like this. Okay, so in one slide you can explain each and every point you are. Okay, like this. For example, this is introduction. Click on it, you will get a zoom. Okay, back, next, click on it, next, like this. If you want to, you can create your presentation effectively. Okay, thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching. And if you have any doubts, if you have any query regarding GPAT, NIPER, drug inspector, government pharmacist, if you want study material, if you want guidance, you can call me directly. You can WhatsApp comment in the description. My number will be there in the description, and also there will be a previous video link, that is how to prepare for GPAT, in the description. And if you like this video, please like this, share with your friends, comment on it, so that we can improve ourselves. And also please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for to get a latest notification of videos. Okay, thank you very much.